Hi. We are going to modify some parts for starters. We need to make two sockets for ball joints. So first what I'm going to do is I am going to cut off the ball joint sockets of these 6.5 well, lift arms, whatever. I mean, this one is already modified, so no harm done. And then we are going to cut off these here. And then we're going to glue this part here to this part here. We're not doing anything crazy because this part exists in the Countach catalog. But the Countach parts that I ordered are not here yet. So in order to progress with the suspension, well, we need to make one. But I'm just noticing that these two are not equal. You can clearly see that one is different than the other. Come on, focus. So I'm gonna find one that's identical to this one. I hope I have one. There were several generations of these. Here it is. There, the identical one. Very good. So, let the cutting wheel speak. Okay. One is freed. The second one. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Second one. There we go. Now the pins. Normally, I would do this with the X-Acto knife, but I left it in the workshop, so I don't have them here. And since I don't have them here, this is gonna be, well, good enough, I guess. Okay. So, change of tools. We need the grinder again. Yeah, let's take this one. It's gonna be fine. I mean, we don't have to make them perfect, you know, just a little bit prettier than this. junk. This is junk. Okay, so these are to be used. Okay, we don't need the grinder anymore. Okay, from here on, it's manual labor. Okay, so we need to grind the surface of this here in order to match this here. Kinda, but you know. This is now the most boring part, you know, where I need to find, you know, it has to be, at least on part of the surface, it needs to be flat. So we can actually glue something to it. Getting better. Okay. Neither of these are gonna be perfect, but the sandpaper has seen better days. I know. Maybe. Maybe, but this has a bigger flat surface than this here. So we need to grind this one a little bit more. Okay, good enough for me. Now, there it is. We need to grind these to a flat finish. For this purpose, I will recruit the help of an old modified piece, which is garbage anyway, and we need to grind this flat. Where to go? A little bit more. Okay, almost flat. I would say good enough. Good enough for this one. Now we turn this over because we fucked up the surface here, so it's no longer true. And now we grind this. And then I will show you a trick how to glue this together with some baking soda. So basically, when you need to create material where there is none, you use baking soda. Yeah, way to go here. Okay. Yeah, so we have some way to go here. It's gonna be interesting once it's ground down, but until we grind this down, you know, it's just boring. We're getting there. On a grinding wheel, of course, this would be easier and better, but I don't have one that would be able to do this. The grinding wheel that I have is way too coarse. It could fuck this up. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Okay. Okay, so we need to dust this off. And now we get rid of this. And we're gonna keep this. But I'm going to dust this off. Okay. Wait. Where is my here it is. Baking soda. So, the next step here, obviously, we need to make ourselves a jig to glue this together. Because if I just glue this like this, I don't know if this is in the center. Might be, might be not. So we need to control it in a way, I guess. To control a little bit of this. Obviously, for this part here, we're gonna have a sacrificial part, maybe. Let me see. Do I have such a sacrifice? I do. I have this bent piece of bar, which I'm gonna cut off. I'm going to cut this off, and I can put this on it without risking to super glue anything on. Now we have to make a counterpart, like a U part, where this here is gonna be joined to this here, and we're gonna bring it in from above. Okay. Let me just think how we're gonna do this. Yeah, very simple. Very simple. So we're gonna use these here. And this here. This here. These here. Let's see. Let's see how our test jig is gonna go. So I'm gonna pin this in here. Like that. Like that. Here. And here. Okay. And now we're gonna put this in here. Like that. Put this on top. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we can, with a reasonable degree of certainty and of it being in the center, glue these pieces together. And you see that they are not a perfect match, you know, obviously. And we are going to fill the edge here probably with super glue. It's gonna be enough. We don't need baking soda. But just so you know, if you mix super glue with baking soda, you get a hard compound. Basically, super glue instantly dries with baking soda. We can use it here, maybe. Instantly dries and becomes hard, and it holds very well. So yeah, let's apply the super glue. Go. So obviously I do not want to make this too messy. That's enough. Okay. So obviously, and now we bring it together and apply some pressure. Is it in the middle? Reasonably. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's gonna be good enough for what we are planning to do with it. Oh, there is. So now, obviously, we need to reinforce this with some more super glue. We don't want this to lose grip. And since I'm super lazy, and we don't actually want to wait for it to dry, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to put baking soda on it so it dries instantly. Now I'm gonna blow on it like so. Got some more on my mouth. Unfortunate. And it should be fine. Let's see. tight fit. Come on. There. Very good. I got some baking soda on my with super glue on my lip. Unfortunate. And some of my hands, of course, because when you are doing things with super glue, not getting stuff on your hands is like, I mean, would be nice if this wouldn't happen, but it does, at least to me. Go. Part number 2. Okay. Forgot to just a second. Just need some toilet paper to wipe off the nozzle of the super glue. If you don't do this, you will never get this cap off again. And well, then it's a one-time use super glue, and I don't want this. Okay, so we spray some of this on, because who has time to wait? Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's see if it fits. It fits. No. Good enough for our purposes. I messed this one up a little bit. It's a first try, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. So I need to clean this shit off my fingers, because this is really bothering me. But since it's mixed with baking soda, it's fine. I'm trying to replicate a Kada piece. So this does not exist in Lego. we made these here. They are a pin with a ball socket. Obviously, this is just a standard pin with ball, and these can be used for various purposes. They don't exist in Lego, and they are super useful. And we are going to use them right away. So let me just start this. This is what we are going for. Okay, so we are going to use them here. What for? Because we need to create a upper wishbone that goes around the springs. Plus, this part here is, I mean, it cannot be the way it is. I was thinking about what's wrong here, and basically this part here, this here needs to be half a stud further inwards. It will make the it will make the the kingpin angle bigger. That's okay, I guess. And it will allow us to have a 5-stud upper lift arm. 5-stud, 5-stud upper lift arm with a 7-stud upper lift arm, and we won't be using any half-stud stuff on the body, which is good, which we want. This is all yes, but now we need to see how to create an upper ball joint mount that fits this here. So we want the upper ball joint mount to be half a stud more out. Yeah. Technically, this could be relatively easy done if we, I don't know, used something here, but then we would have to use parts that do not exist. We could use or parts that do exist, but I don't want to use. We could use, this part could be an axle pin, and we could have it here. Yeah, but still, if we use the part that I want to use, we cannot pin it in here. Awkward. The whole thing here is a bit awkward, but we do need to move this one out. Yeah, the price for this here being half a stud further in is quite high. It's quite high. So we need to see about this here. We want this to be like here. The problem is that we could do something here, obviously, but if we don't use this part here, which is kind of awkward, we get this here. So basically, this is starting to move, and that's not okay. We need to think about how to do this. For example, if we use just a lift arm here. If we use just a lift arm, let me demonstrate. If we use just a lift arm and attach, for example, a steering link on it. see. This happens. It's really, it's very rubbery. So this cannot be like that. So we need to have these two pinholes have to be somehow linked. Somehow. Are there any good solutions for that? Maybe. Maybe. This is something I have not thought of before. Let me just see something. Okay, we have this here. If we had this here, still need to provide a mount for this. Still need to provide a mount for this here. If we turn this around, we are fucked. What if we turn it like this? Turn it like this. Again, you know, it's the classic half a start problem. Classic half a start problem. Yeah, we cannot use this. But what if we used something like this here? This, then we use this here. That would be the perfect stuff. Yes. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, if we use this here, like that, then we need to have something down here that's going to hold this. This here, but then we need to make a connection here. Yeah. This may be okay. we need something here as well. This is not good enough. But this is already it's already interfering a lot. See with the springs. We want the springs here, and we need to get rid of this here. We have this. Yeah, we can have this, the longer one. Yeah. Okay. We can have. Come on. Okay, if we go back to this, let's see. We have this. Okay, yeah. This would go. Yeah. This would definitely go. We just need to provide a steering link here. And we're golden. Just a simple steering link. It's of course harder than it looks, but okay, this one's fucked. This is of course, no, that's exactly where it needs to be. Okay, high price. Okay, very good, and it's also going to clear all the springs. Okay, it's not perfectly stable yet because we are missing something here. We are missing something here, and we can make it even better. The problem is the steering link. How do we make the steering link? I mean, we can now, what we could do here is following. We can do this. Same shit. But again, steering link. This would be perfectly stable and all, but we do not have a way to attach some steering to it, which we desperately want. And yeah, want it preferably here. Otherwise we're gonna have massive problems with, I mean, in this vicinity. This might be a problem when turning like this, but, or we have it here, and this is gonna be fine. But we need a way to attach some sort of steering ball joint here. And then we are almost where we want to be. Yeah. Could use this here. The problem is that whatever we put in here, it's gonna be, we're gonna be able to pull it out. So that's not gonna be a perfect solution. So obviously this is gonna be junk. It's not gonna be what we can use. Not in this fashion. So I bet we can use this top part here as is, but we need to remodel the ground floor, so to speak. And the ground floor is gonna be where we have the ball joint attachment. I would love if I could use this here. See, this one here, this one in here. That would be great. But I can't, because it's too short. We would need one stud further here for this. If I use it like this here, hold on. I can, yeah, but I know why I'm not. That's something I was thinking about before. But if we use this here directly in here, the suspension arm is gonna hit this, and nothing's gonna come from it. Yeah. Damn it. No. So when it's the suspension is at full drop, not in the front but in the rear, it could hit it. But in the front, no. If it's like this at full drop, we won't be able to have it steered. Or let's try it. Let's see what's gonna happen. Just out of curiosity. So if we had it like this, and I guess when it's steering, it's gonna be like this. Gonna lean a little bit back. This is its right height, and in the front, it's gonna be like, come on. We may. Yeah, we are definitely gonna use this. We're gonna use this bitch here. Let me just think of a way to incorporate it in here. Where is that piece that I wanted to use? Not on the table. It is not on the table. ideally, we would use this here. Exactly. We are going to use this here. And it's gonna be super fine. Like this, and like this here. Suddenly, we have a very good suspension, steering attachment point. That is super great, super stable, super strong, very good. Okay. Okay, now we need this here to be one step further up. And we want this to be, well, it's the wrong, but minimum. What to do if we want this to be strong? We want to keep this here, but let's check. Yeah, this is fine. But we want this here to be one step further up. One step further up. So we want this to be here. We want it to be here, and that will be the perfect position. We could stack another level of this here. We even may do that. Like so. But I do not feel comfortable with this. So we need to think of something better. But yeah, I mean, this is not okay. What would be better, not good, but better, would be something very crude, like this here. Yeah, we would use this here. This would be better, but not good. Because it looks very awkward, and yeah, that's not stable enough. But the position would be here. Okay, what options do we have here? Don't want this here. In the ideal case. In the ideal case. on. What if we did this here? Like that. And then we need something up here. Yeah. Okay. And do this here. Okay. We need this to be here. How to fix this into here? We cannot use the same part here, but even if we could, would do us no good. We have this problem. Why do we have this problem? Because we cannot put an axle through here. I think. Can. I think it's borderline. Very borderline. So where the red ones are, we potentially could put an axle through here. Maybe. When I tried, the notch of the maybe okay. The notch of the ball bearing was the problem, but no, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, that makes this better. Not good, but better. It shouldn't turn as much, but it does still. If we turn this around. Yeah, we have this here. This here might not be a problem at all. At all. Yeah. That's not a problem because this is gonna be pushing in that direction. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I mean, obviously we would go with this setup. But yeah. This is it. This is it. This is perfect. We have this here. It can clear all the levels. Here we're gonna obviously make a arm that goes around it. We have enough room here so we can make this top mount wider than is necessary because the wheel is so far away. Yeah. let's see what we can do. I have to change this here. No. Let's just check what this gives us. First, of course, with a normal lift arm setup on top. Or no, we're gonna do springs. Just let me check something. If we have the springs like this. Ah. We need the springs to lean in a little bit more. Yeah. This is the problem. I'm gonna optimize this, but for now I'm just gonna do this to see what we can achieve. What is possible. Okay. This is now okay. Obviously it's gonna be rotating around this, but yeah. Let's mount this to something. I'm gonna try to mimic what we're gonna do later. Hey, Yuan. Okay. Let's say this is the full drop. Hmm. Good. This is so close to it. Hmm. Hmm. I know the piece that I need is on the desk, but I can't find it. I'm gonna take a new one. Hmm? I need, yeah, it's here. It's here. I don't know why, but I have a strong sense of deja vu. Maybe unfounded, but you know. Okay. It's not bad at all. Okay, let's see. Now this. Now this. Mm. Let's see what good or bad is gonna happen from this. It's gonna be pretty huge. Holy fucking shit. That scared me. Okay, I don't mind if this is large here, but I want it relatively small here, so I want a 5 stud. Yeah. Someone is obviously playing with carbide. So this would be our attempt, first attempt at AR, upper AR. Where does it need to be? Here. It needs to be here. Yeah. Is it too much? Is it too much? No problem. No problem. We are what? The initial problem is here. We cannot place anything here because we need this part. We need this for the steering. Okay. Come on. Okay. It's not as strong as the two smaller springs, but the two smaller springs, I don't like to use these because they require so much force. They have very little travel. We would have to place them like here in the middle, maybe. But then they exert a lot of force on everything. So if I could avoid using them, I would. And this is more realistic because it's exactly like the real setup. This is exactly like the real setup. Only problem is at full drop, we get a collision. And obviously at full drop, which I think this is too much anyway. We need to get it a little bit higher. Yeah. Then this is gonna be fine. And well, this is still not gonna be fine, but it's gonna be better because we have too much caster. See, we have way too much caster, so we need to fix that. We need to fix the too much caster. We are how far? We are by a whole stud far off. I think we need to be here. Yeah, here. That's what we want. That's what we want. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So this is now the correct caster. Okay, it's basically the top stud. The top here is half a stud offset to the bottom, and we need a little bit, a little bit less suspension drop because remember this is the right height. Yeah, this is the right height. Maybe even the top suspension mount. Let me move it. Up. Yeah, needs to be here. So at right height, this is what it has to be. And then when you, yeah. Well, the only other option would be to essentially use these two springs and place them in the middle here instead of close to the wheel, and see what we get. Yeah, we need to try it. We do need to try it. There's no other way. Okay. Yeah, this is in the way. Yeah, so now we have, see, a lot of suspension movement. Problem is, yeah, I mean, even though you see, even though we have the collision here, I don't think this is gonna be moving. Since this is the outer wheel, I don't think this is gonna be moving more inside anyway. So this is gonna be okay. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that's fine. Let's see about the camber changes. Small problem. We have collision, so we have to rethink the upper mount here. Okay. What we could do and what we should do is basically, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do here. I think this is the correct decision. So we go one stud lower here. And we go one step lower here as well. And then it's gonna be fine. Yeah. This now should clear the wheel. Yeah. No problem. No problem here. This is our steering. And let's see. Okay. Let's see about so technically if we lean the body, that's not okay. So the geometry here is the way it should be, but we don't get the same results as in reality. So when this goes down, this here does not lean out, which is a problem. When this goes up, it does not lean enough in. So camber gains are very minimal, which is not okay. Camber gains are not okay. So this is right height. This is right height. Let's try putting it one step lower, but that's gonna be too much. I think like this. I don't feel very comfortable with this. Yeah. I need an L lift arm on the chassis side. What do you mean by that? So, yeah, this looks much better and feels much better. Yeah, this looks and feels much better, but I don't know. So the angle of the A arm is in this extreme. Okay, you mean this would be an L arm? Yeah. Yeah, but still we still need these two to be close together. But if I use an L arm, I make the arm longer as well, which is not gonna be okay. No, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay. Camber gain is happening. What about in this direction? Yeah. 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 Mhm. Hmm. I'm obviously not okay with this happening, because this is gonna put limitations on the chassis side. No. The height has nothing to do with the springs. This is how the car has to be at right height. So at full load, when the car is complete, when it's level, This is how it needs to look. When you lift it off the ground, it's gonna have to do this. And then when you are compressing the suspension, it has to do this. So this would be approximately the range of motion. You know, approximately. I guess the springs are going to be mounted here. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. We could. We're gonna try. Obviously, we're gonna try these things. First, we need to determine the springs. So now I am mounting the hard springs in the middle of the arm. Which is kind of awkward because of this here. Okay, let me get rid of the wheel because that's dead weight. Okay, so let us position the springs in a manner which allows the movement of the lower A arm that we actually want. Okay, if it's in this position here, we do get pretty much what we want. So this is the range of motion that we actually want. I'm fine with that. So right height, and then it's not a lot of suspension at right height, but maybe if the right height is like this, and then we have like one stud more movement. Yeah, could be. How do I mount this? Because I just want to mount it in some way. Doesn't matter how, I just want it to be there. For testing, of course. 2 springs is too much. 1 spring should be enough for now. Or 1 red one. So the super hard one. I don't know. Yeah, it needs to be a little further out. I wish we had a little more suspension movement. This is too much drop, of course. This is right height and we are already bottoming out. So this would need to be half a stat higher. Can I cry? Half a stat higher. Kill me now. Kill me now. Yeah, I wanted to go further out and 1 stat up. Yeah. 1 stat up. See what's happening. Not ideal, but that's what we have. Oh, okay. Spring is not okay. Should be. That behavior is not desired. No. This could be okay. This could be okay. No, the problem is the large spring works only if it's close to the as close to the hub as possible. The further we go, the softer it gets, and then we need more than one, like in the rear, and we don't want more than one. Here we can at least stack them. We can use 2 of these, or one red one, whatever. That's the option here. Okay, what if we had this one stud higher up? How do we get this? How can we have this one stud higher up? Well, the way we had before. But before the wheel hit this. The damn wheel hit it. So we need to find a way to have this here. So one stud higher up. But we cannot pin it anywhere. It needs to be here. So half a stud out. Oh. And this would be possible if this part here had a pinhole, but it doesn't, so it's not possible. Try it like this. Not an ideal solution, but it's a solution. Lovely. Lovely. And still, we need half a stud here for the mount. Half a stud. just the half stat. Yeah, and this hits here, but of course this is just temporary. This is not gonna be there in real life. I mean, in real life, in the finished product. They are. I mean, when I say they are, because it's easier on the hub than on the chassis, I think. Yeah, one step further out. Yeah, but problem is, it's easier like this, but yeah. Otherwise, we would need to use this here, which we probably will have to. No. Let's try this. now we are half stat offset on the chassis. And we need to go for it. Okay, so this is right height, and then this will be it. Caster is present, but it's slight. Maybe we could move the caster slightly further to the back. Would not hurt, I think. If the caster would be a little bit harder. For this, we would basically move the lower pivot one step further to the front. No. That's probably what we should do. But all in all, it's gonna be fine. Obviously, once we pin this here, so it's not gonna be able to do this. But this is not bad. Not bad. It's complicated, overly complicated. Let's check the suspension angles. So this is now at, like, if the car is leaning, which it kinda is. Never mind that, it's temporary. Okay, we are at right height, and then checks out kind of. Kinda checks out. Yeah. We need to move the spring a little bit further there, which is not going to be a problem. So basically in the center of this, and this is going one step further in that direction. So the spring would move basically two studs in that direction, and that would be, yeah, that would be fine. Yeah. So we have all the movement on the inside wheel, limited movement on the outside wheel, but that's, I don't think we're gonna need more than that on the outside wheel. No. This is the outside wheel. So that's perfectly fine. We don't need more movement than this. No. Never mind that, because this part here is going to be moved further inward, so it's not going to matter. And the caster is going to increase by lower part half a stud further into the front. It should be fine. Should be fine. Obviously, this is gonna be much better once the top mount of the spring is not wibbly wobbly like it is now. Yeah, the lower A-arm is gonna be super strong. Yeah, this is not gonna move anywhere, and once this is pinned as well, yeah, it's gonna be really a nice suspension. Nice suspension. I don't like the spring because it's too hard. This one is much nicer to all the components around it, but I don't know. You cannot mount it because the suspension. You know, if we mount it here, where we could, it's gonna be too soft because this is much harder. But here we cannot mount it here, sadly, because then we cannot turn the wheel. Yeah, this is gonna have to be what we have. And if this spring is not hard enough, there's the red one, which is even harder. So we can use the red one or two of these, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. Yeah. The next 2 days, I think I will modify this so it's by Friday it's gonna be ready to be installed into the chassis, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the next problem: steering. Do we have bump steer? Do we have enough steering angle? Toe in, toe out, all of that stuff. And once we have solved that, we can finally move on back to the bodywork. Yeah. So, thanks, Ben. This is it. Thanks for watching, and I see you on Friday.